Seriously? Of all the Ghost in the Shell villains Hollywood could have used for the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie, they chose the Laughing Man. You know, for a movie that's probably going to aim at Ghost in the Shell fans, was it really a good idea to recycle something those said fans have already seen, instead of, you know, creating a new villain? For those who don't know, the Laughing Man is a guy from Standalone Complex who tried to kill this other guy on TV, and since the Laughing Man hacks everybody's eyes, nobody knows who the Laughing Man is, and he tries to expose a robotics company. I don't know, it's actually been a really long time since I've seen Standalone Complex, but I do remember watching Standalone Complex all the way through because it was really fucking interesting seeing how this one guy managed to hack everybody's eyes, except for two homeless guys' eyes. So essentially the Laughing Man got away with attempted murder on live television, and he was powerful enough to seek justice on what I think was a crooked robotics company. So yes, the Laughing Man is an interesting enough villain intellectually, and he's capable of some pretty crazy stuff. And yes, since it was fucking ages since I've seen Standalone Complex, seeing the live action movie will seem more or less fresh to me. It will seem like a more or less fresh take. Another benefit of using Laughing Man is that, if I remember correctly, there was one very disturbing episode in Standalone Complex where there was a group of people in a virtual world and they just spent the whole episode just talking about the Laughing Man in front of a virtual audience for fucking ages. And it was weird seeing how much time and effort everyday people put into talking about one hacker. This movie has lots of opportunities to explore society within a cyberpunk world. The problem is that this villain has already been used, and if I remember correctly, the last episode of Standalone Complex, or it might have been the second to last episode, revealed the actual Laughing Man, and it kind of pissed me off, and I can kind of see it pissing off average audiences. I mean, I understand why the true Laughing Man was revealed in the way he was, as Ghost in the Shell is meant to be complex, but it wasn't exactly great for those who like their closure. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a terrible reveal, I'm just saying it might not work very well on the big screen. Another problem is that there's Standalone Complex, and there's a condensed movie version of Standalone Complex called The Laughing Man. Now, I haven't seen the condensed movie, but if all that media is available on the internet for under £15, then wouldn't audiences of the live action movie already know what's going to happen in said movie? Ergo, it's a waste of time and money to see the movie. I wish Hollywood just created a new villain. Surely that would have been a smarter way to get butts in seats. I don't actually want to see the Laughing Man case a second time, but I do want to see explorations in cyberpunk culture as shown in a few episodes of Standalone Complex. For example, there was one really cool episode that dealt with cyborg suicide. The only way this movie will be interesting to me personally is if the Laughing Man case in this movie was completely different to the one in Standalone Complex. Then there would be an actual point in watching the movie. I want something new, and new is totally possible in the Ghost in the Shell universe, damn it. I've never heard of Sam Riley before, and Philo Asbayek was cast as Bato instead of Ron Perlman. I know, I've never heard of them either. So yeah, wow, this movie is looking set to be a huge disappointment, or at least an around average movie that I've technically already seen before. Oh well, let's just hope the special effects will at least be Oscar worthy.